Let's discuss mechanisms of pathological change, imbalance of yin and yang, yin or yang excess. The relationship between yin and yang is complex. In addition to mutual opposition and restraint, there is also mutual dependence and support. Moreover, under certain conditions, one can transform into the other. For the body to remain in a normal physiological state, it is necessary for yin and yang to be in dynamic equilibrium. In the course of an illness, various processes can disturb the normal dynamic equilibrium between yin and yang. This can lead to relative excess or deficiency of yin or yang, inability of one to restrain the other, mutual injury to both, mutual repellency or depletion. This is paralleled by disharmony among the functions of the Sangfu viscera and the meridians among the actions of qi and blood, and between the ascent-descent and entering-exiting of qi. The main patterns of imbalance of yin and yang are as follows. First, yin or yang excess. Excess of either yin or yang is a case of excess evil qi becomes strength. When a pathogenic evil invades the human body, it seeks out its kind. That is, a yang evil seeks out and augments yang qi of the body, making yang excessive, whereas yin evil seeks out and augments yin qi of the body, making yin excessive. Thus, the plain question states excess of yang leads to heat and excess of yin leads to cold. This clearly points out the pathological mechanism of yang or yin excess and its characteristic clinical manifestation as strength cold or strength heat. Excess of yang. Yang excess is pathological state in which yang qi is excessive. The body's functions are overly active, metabolism is accelerated, the person is overly excitable, and there is excessive. In general, this pathological state is characteristic of illness of strength heat with excess yang but not deficient yin. Four main types of situation lead to such yang excess diseases. They may be due to invasion of external pathogenic evils of yang type or by external evils of yin type which upon entering the body becomes transformed into yang. They may result from internal injury by the five passions or by stagnation of qi, stasis of blood, or retention of food. This can all transform into fire when extreme. The dictum, if yang is excessive, there is heat, indicates that the pathological change of transformation into heat or fire is very common in an illness of yang excess, so that such a state frequently presents as an illness of strength heat. This, this because yang has the characteristic of warmth, motion, and dryness. A condition of yang excess easily produces symptoms of heat, such as high fever, flushing of face, inflamed eyes. This is known as yang excess leads to heat in the exterior. Moreover, long-standing yang excess necessarily consumes yin fluids. This leads to insufficiency of body fluids and reduction of yin essence, which will also transform into strength heat and yin essence deficiency. This is known as ascendancy of yang leads to yin illness. Next, excess of yin. Yin excess is a pathological state in which yin qi is excessive. The body's functions are hypoactive, metabolism is depressed, and the person is overly passive. There is insufficient generation of warmth, and there is accumulation of products of pathological changes. In general, this pathological state is characteristic to illnesses of strength cold with excess yin but not deficient yang. Three main types of situation lead to such yin excess illness. There may be attack by yin type of external pathogenic evil, cold or dampness. There may be overeating of raw and cold food and drinks, which produces excess yin. The coldness bottles up internal yang and depresses the ability of yang qi to produce the necessary warmth. There may be a chronic deficiency of yang qi so that the body is unable to warm and transform yin fluids. This leads to strength of internal yin cold. The first two condition of strength, whereas the last is a mixed condition of strength and deficiency. The dictum, if yin is excessive, there is cold, indicates that this type of excessive yin is likely to lead to a depression of the functions of the viscera and tissues and the warming and transformation action of qi. As a result, there are excessive yin cold internally, sluggish blood circulation and retention of phlegm, dampness and fluids. This is because yin has the characteristics of coldness, quietude, and dampness. A condition of yin excess easily produces symptoms of cold, such as cold torso and limbs, a pale tongue, abdominal pain, diarrhea, edema, and phlegm and rheum. This is known as yin excess leads to coldness in the interior. Moreover, long-standing yin excess necessarily induces yang qi. Hence, the transformation of yin excess to strength cold is often accompanied by a general depression of physiological activities or debilitation, effects of yang deficiency. This is known as ascendancy of yin leads to yang illness. Thank you for your attention.